Alright, so the inspiration of today's video, gentlemen, is this shirt and your comments. You have been waiting, you have been wanting me to make a video on this particular topic for a while now. So here we go. Let's talk about this particular topic. Current best fashion trends, current best classic men's fashion trends that you can wear, that you can try, and thus be a more attractive, a more confident version of yourself. What are they? Why am I a fan of it? Let's talk all about it. Let's discuss some of my personal current trends, personal favorite trends of 2019. My name is Mayank Bhattacharya. This is Men's Essentials. Let's go. Okay, so before I get into the list, before I talk about a set few things which are my current absolute favorites in this 2019, late 2018, early 2019 and the whole of 2019 trends, do keep this one thing in mind, that all these things relate to classic men's style. I mean, I'm not really very high on men's fashion. I'm not really very high or fashion forward in general. I like to invest in quality clothing. I like to invest in classic men's style piece, and thus I would only want to cover a few topics. I would only want to cover a few things that I am totally very aware of. That being clear, that being said, let's talk about the current favorite fashion trends. Okay, so the first two things on the list are the shirts. Now, two things that are trending a whole lot lately, two types of pattern that has been trending a whole lot lately is one, these pinstripes. You can see a lot of suits now, you can see a lot of shirts, and you can even see some formal and casual pants with pinstripes in it. I mean, I like this so much, I love this so much that I even made a suit of this particular stripe or this particular pattern. Pinstrips were old, they were always classic, they were out of style for a while, now they're back, and now everyone is freaking rocking a pinstrip almost all the time. I mean, I've been a fan, I've been wearing this shirt for that particular reason for a very long time, and I think you should definitely give it a try. In case you are a corporate guy, in case you are going to your office, or in case you are into classic men's style, pinstrip shirts is something, or pinstrip suits, pinstrip trousers is something you can definitely try. But hey, there are two things you have to keep in mind. One, if you are someone skinny, then don't try to get a pinstrip which is very, very obviously loud and wide to make you look even more skinny. Try getting something which is a bit more narrower, a bit more slimmer in general. The pinstrips being a bit more narrower and slimmer in general. And in case you're someone on the heavier side, you can try getting pinstrips with a proper set definition of stripes in it, set distance in stripes in it, so that it can help you look more tall as well. Two basic things, two easy hacks to make you look your aesthetic best and follow the current style pattern and be more stylish. The second classic shirt, yes, it is some sort of a classic shirt because it has been a very old men's style piece since time immemorial. So I wouldn't want to put this in anything fashion forward. This is something classic, and I think it's high time it got back in style, and they are none other than the printed patterned shirt. I mean, sure, I do know for a fact that these shirts can only be worn at a set particular occasion or at a set particular place, like if you are going to Goa, or if you are near the beach, or if you are on a vacation mood. Like I wore my beloved printed blue shirt when I was in Goa, but that's the reason, that's the season when you can actually style these particular prints and shirts. But hey, if you are actually going out on a vacation like that, if you are actually going near a beach or chilling by the pool, then guess what? These shirts are back in fashion, and you can actually be the most casually dressed yet handsome looking, smart, sexy, and a very attractive guy at this pool party or that beach party that you were invited to. Try it once, see it how it looks, wear it with your shorts, wear it with your jeans, and see how sexy you can possibly look. Third epic thing, third classic thing that has been trending a whole lot lately are the eyewear or glasses. No, not to be confused with aviators, wayfarers, or sunglasses. I'm talking about genuine, good old eyewear, something like Kingsman, or something that I kind of try to wear when I'm trying to pull my own Kingsman. Gentlemen, these frames are coming back in style, and they are pretty much back in style. Even if you don't really have any power in your mighty eyesight, you can actually try rocking one with the editing glass that I do. I mean, I don't really have any power, but my glasses do have this editing filter on it, some blue tint filter or whatever they like to say, and the frame adds a whole lot more structure, the frame adds a whole lot more dynamic touch to my face, and therefore I like to use it as my style accessory, the classic style accessory, just like the mighty Kingsman. In case you haven't tried once, I think it'll look pretty good on your handsome face, just like the number 3 or the number 4th epic current style fashion trend on the list. Wow, that was a lot of things, but then you get the point, you get the idea. The fourth current fashion trend that I have been a definite fan of, and I am so happy that it's back in style, is this, the metal classic watches. Now, these were our grandfather's watches and our father's watches, to be honest, and they were out of style and fashion for a very long time, and for all the weird reasons. I mean, leather was coming back, the Apple Watch and digital watch were in the market. But then there was this sudden rise of Omega Seamasters and Rolex Submariners. I mean, the amount of diver watches that has been sold by these few brands has skyrocketed a lot lately. And that does speak for one very good reason, that men are getting better at their style. This is Orient Bambino. This is an automatic piece by Orient Bambino. I don't think I can find it here in this country, in my beloved mighty awesome country, but in case I do, I'll add the link in the description box. I think it'll be shipped from USA or something. I got it in Dubai when I was in Dubai, and this was a solid deal for only $90, around 4,500, 4,800 rupees. In case you are traveling out, in case you know someone who is traveling out, get yourself an Orient Bambino or something similar like this. German, it's not a Rolex, it's not an Omega, but hey, it's cheap, it's automatic, it's Orient, and it's the Bambino series. It just works regardless. But now that we are speaking of watch, of course, there has to be divers in it. I mean, divers have been in style for very long, but now again, there has been a sudden rise in the watchmakers. Even Timex and Titan are making their own versions of apparent diver watches now, at least look-alike diver watches now, and that's how crazy this style is coming back in men's styling community, and I'm so happy about it. I mean, if there's this guy who wants to look like James Bond but doesn't have the money to buy a Seiko or an Invicta or even Citizen for that matter, then guess what? Timex and Titan has got you covered. They are making some amazing diver inspired normal casual watches which you can wear and rock with your jeans, suits, anything you can think of. If you want to look like a Bond, guess what? You have an option, an easy affordable option right now. Link in description. Anyway, the next item or the next style trend on the list isn't really an item, it's more of a style hack that has been trending a lot lately, and that is the American fold. Yes, a fold where your trousers are cuffed outside and stitched from the outside. In general, what we have in our formal trousers are, they have been tucked in and they are stitched in for the extra fabric that you may have in your trousers. But now they are calling this old school style back, and I think it looks pretty good, to be honest, because the fit has changed over the years. The aesthetic value of a lot of these suits and trousers have changed over the years. So now the way it looks now and the way it looked back then is completely different. But the whole idea of that aesthetic is very smart, is very casual, yet very interesting at the same time. In case you haven't tried once, it's just the normal fold, it's just the normal regular fold, but it has been cuffed out and it has been stitched like that to either have a single break, no break, or a half break when you're wearing your pants. I'm this guy who likes to have a half break in it because I'm just this guy who likes to have a half break in his trousers. Moving on, next few things that are being currently trending a whole bunch is, among the classic men's style, is medium washed to light wash jeans. Yes, not really a whole bunch of dark washes lately. I've been seeing a lot of men wearing a lot of light wash and medium wash jeans on GQ covers, on runways and whatnot, and denim shirts. Yes, not denim jackets, but denim shirts. Gentlemen, denim shirts are trending a whole bunch lately. In case you haven't seen Kabir Singh, that guy has some serious good style, and Kabir Singh was wearing some very good denim shirts, and that's just there to prove you that these kind of shirts are now back in style. And to be very honest, I am bloody happy. Denim shirts are probably one of the most versatile and one of the most stylish masculine piece of clothing thing that a man can have and a man can style, and I guess it's about time we all have it in our current wardrobe. In case you haven't, try it once, wear it once, and you'll not get back to any normal shirt ever again. Anyway, the next classic trend on the list is something that I wasn't really aware of and I wasn't a fan of, to be honest, but now it's back and I think I am quite liking it, to be honest, and that is none other than dressing down your formals, wearing your normal formal shirts outside, I mean not tucking it in, and wearing your suits casually, like with sneakers and t-shirts and whatnot. I never thought I'll be able to comprehend or adjust to that look, but to be honest, I tried it and I quite liked it. In case you haven't, try it once and see it by yourself. Anyway, the last and probably one of my favorite current fashion trends on the list, current favorite classic men's fashion trend on the list, are the Suede sneakers, the Suede leather sneakers. Yes, they did try to make a comeback a few years back when I saw a few retailers in this country, in this beloved place, where I noticed a few manufacturers making Suede boots and Suede chukka boots and Chelsea boots and whatnot, but now they are making sneakers as well. Not really appropriate for the Bombay monsoon, but in case you're somewhere where it's not all this rainy and muddy and wet all over, then you can try this for sure. You can give these Suede leather sneakers a try and you can have it with your suits, you can have it with your khakis, chinos, shorts, whatever you can think of. Very easy, very smart way to dress things up or dress things down as your outfits may choose your style. Anyway, these are my current favorite classic men's fashion trends. I know this was kind of weird that I didn't talk about anything that's very fashion forward, like any athleisure or anything specific to that context, because I'm not really this guy who wears a whole bunch of it. So if I do, then you'll have an updated video on it. But for now, this is where I'll end it. This is where I'll conclude videos upload. In case you want me to make more of these fashion trends or more of my current fashion favorites or my current style favorite items video, then don't forget to let me know, and don't forget to watch all the other videos on the channel. I'll see you in the next one, gentlemen. Dress up, stay strong, stay stylish. My name is Mayank Bhattacharya. Thanks a lot for watching. See you in the next one. Jai.